Kyle Larson announced he will be returning to the Wild West Shootout this year at Vado Speedway Park in Vado, New Mexico at the beginning of January, one of the top dirt late model races of the year. He also spoke about his chances against Bobby Pearson, who he's glad that isn't going to be racing in the race. On top of that, we also got some details about how many dirt late model races he will be racing this season. He spoke with Flow Racing about this, so let's take a listen and hear what he had to say. Before we get to that, please, I'd like to ask you to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future updates here on John Trent Racing. As you can see here, this is Kyle Larson's social media on X. He is announcing that he is going to be competing in the Wild West Shootout in that number 6 car, where he has won so many races in a dirt late model. So we'll see if he can try and win. He actually doesn't think that he's going to win, but he hopes he can win. He doesn't think he's the favorite. As for who he thinks is the favorite, that's Bobby Pierce. Let's listen to see what he has to say here about his chances about winning and whether or not he can dethrone Bobby Pierce.
How are you gonna try to get by Pierce this year? Because obviously he's been damn good. After it seemed like Vado, I know he won the finale, but I think he's gonna be one of the favorites. Are you up to that challenge to take him down? I know that you're a part-time late model driver, which makes me very sad. But I mean, are we gonna be able to come in there and stop him? Because I think he's definitely gonna be the favorite.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think his car is probably better than it was, a year ago too. So he'll be much tougher, even than he was then. I don't know if JD's coming or not, but he was obviously had a lot of fun racing him last year. I'm glad Ricky Thornton's not going to be there and he'll with the Chili Bowl because he put together a spectacular season, and I'm sure if he was a Vado, would have a good shot at sweeping the whole thing. But I know Kevin's been working really hard on our car.
So there you have it from Kyle Larson. He's hoping that he can dethrone Bobby Pearson. He's glad that Ricky Thornton Jr. will not be there, that he'll be competing in the Chili Bowl rather than in the Wild West Shootout. Those were the two top dirt late model drivers of last year. Pierce winning the World of Outlaws Championship and Ricky Thornton Jr. pretty much dominating the Lucas Oil late model dirt series, coming up a little bit short in that championship race, winner-take-all race that they had at Eldora during the Dirt Track World Championships at the end of the season here. Ended up finishing in third after he was involved in an early wreck, basically hobbled his car, and he just kind of salvaged it for a third place championship finish. But definitely someone to look out for. He was a threat as well just this past weekend at the Gateway Dirt Nationals in both the modifieds and in the dirt late models. Won his, I think he won the A main, I believe, on Thursday night, I want to say, Friday night, which I know he won the one that he was in. And then had a excellent chase at the end there, trying to chase down Bishop in the A main on Saturday night. Almost got him with a slide job, just didn't have enough. Needed a couple more laps, I think, to maybe reel him in. But some of the best dirt late model racing we've seen all year. Definitely probably in the top 10, edge of your seat racing. Really enjoyed it. So Kyle Larson is glad he's not going to be there. As far as what he plans to be doing in the dirt late model scene this upcoming year, he did say that he is going to be kind of scaling that back. Obviously, he's got a lot going on. He's going to be competing full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series. He's going to be racing in the Indianapolis 500. He also is going to be competing in the midweek series for the high limit racing series in those 410 sprint cars that he is a co-owner with Brad Sweet of. So he won't be racing in as many dirt late model races as he did last year, but he did still say he is going to be competing in the dirt late models. He is not quitting dirt racing like his Hendrick teammate Alex Bowman. But let's listen to what Kyle Larson had to say here about what he's going to be doing in the future.
Maybe one race you can tease for me?
No, I mean, I've definitely been getting excited about the late model. It's been so long since I've ran, and I haven't gotten to race a whole bunch this off season. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of get back behind the wheel and just race something, and definitely race the late model at a fun track. There will definitely be less late model races that I get to run this year, just because my sprint car schedule is so busy.
Well, you only have a zillion of them.
And May and Indy, it just my schedule is crazy this coming year. So yeah, unfortunately there's less late model races, but I think I'll still hit 15 or so, which will be better than nothing, I guess. So yeah, no, we'll see. Hopefully Kevin can find some opportunity too for B-Shap or whoever else to run the 6 car to keep it, keep them racing and learning and getting the car better and better. So, but yeah, no, it's always fun too to race with Kevin and Jacqueline and everybody involved in their team. So glad I get to do it the little bit that I do,
Hmm.
and who knows, maybe there'll be more that pop up throughout the year.
So there you go. He's saying that he's going to be at least racing 15 races. We know one of them will be the Wild West Shootout. I'm not sure how many that counts, right? Because it's an all-week event. I'm not sure if that counts for a number of those events or if that's just one. Hopefully, we get to see him in a bunch of races next year in the Dirt Late Models. I think he was one of the main reasons why I kind of started watching the Dirt Late Models on Flow Racing, and I'm absolutely hooked on it. I think it was he did his like Flow Racing Night in America where it was the Bristol race and they raced at some track in Tennessee, can't remember, and it was him and Davenport just like uh, putting up sliders against each other, riding the rim. It was some of the best racing I had seen in an very long time, and I'm so glad I tuned in and watched it and got hooked on that dirt late model racing scene because it is some of the best racing in the country. By far, it's so good, and I really do love it. And Larson was the reason why I did that. So hopefully he can continue to get in some of these events and continue to show just how awesome this style of racing is and the talents that it has. Because I do think it has some of the best drivers in the country. We saw Jonathan Davenport prove that when he went and raced in the SRX series, kind of waxed the field there. So. Hopefully he'll race in more, but that's what Kyle Larson had to say. Those are his plans for the Dirt Late Models in 2024. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below.